I like
saw.
I like the
Oh, go
team,
ahead.
man. No. Yeah, I was gonna
It's a
say
good
I
team.
just really like that team. They're aggressive. They're sharp. Their shots are good. You know, every once in a while they get kind of slowed up, and oh boy,
Wow.
hello, let's do it. Let's go, Prison Island, baby.
Once again, you were just a born and raised Islander. You see, Slock. Oh no! Peeks around the side, and Naradra just eats his lunch with that AK. Gex Ace losing one early here. You can see Slock does have a partner there. Yelly. Actually, no, it wasn't Yelly. I think it was McCrit was in that same compound, and he's just going to hop in the vehicle and try to get out of Dodge before taking any return fire. And it looks like he should be safe.
Yeah, it's tough to challenge this Buriram team early on. They're very powerful. They're good at fighting close quarters. You don't really want to do it. Now, this time, this is fascinating. Look at this. Fury backed off of Monte, went to Chumacera, and then Ferox decided to go there as well. So it's Australia versus Australia.
And you can also throw in a little bit of Vietnam on the north side of this as well, because Cerberus is looting up, splitting between Chumacera and Picado. So at any time, a solo player may come in here, and that is dangerous for everybody. As we see Flood and Ronan just looting up over the top. I think they have an idea where Nick 101 is, but not going to waste time camping him as they continue to loot.
Yeah, that's you kind of just got to get it together here. If you're Ferox, you're very split, and in the middle of all of this is your opponent Fury. So you got to kind of work around that. You have an advantage in that respect, that you have the outer perimeter of the potential battle. So you got to kind of make that happen.
Ooh, Yelly tries to rotate through the open field, and no, that was ambitious, my friend. You're trying to do that on foot. Buriram going to pull up right next to him. Canaxi actually already about 50% health. I'm not sure who was taking shots onto that. Might have been Ace. It might have been Life trying to provide a little bit of support fire for Yelly. Doing a damn good job of it too with that mini, as Buriram going to be pinned down behind some rocks, having to use some smokes early. You hate to have to commit to using that utility early, especially when you're outside a circle and you'd like to be trying to make your way in right now.
That's a really good point. Burning those smokes early is actually really painful, potentially. Gabru going to lose I'm a Ghostly Boy early to Haisaki. Haisaki playing very, very well recently. Now, of course, he landed a couple headshots early on in the battle in Picado last round. This time, Cerberus not interested in going to Picado. They abandoned it, gave it up to PMA. Considering they won that last round, I think they're feeling a little more like maybe we should just get 4 up and try to play for the late game.
Yeah. Oh no, Juxie. Juxie is down and flushed by Grumps, as it looks like Ferox going to be the first ones to strike here in the Aussie v Aussie battle over Chumacera, as people are starting to reposition, start to consider making moves towards the center circle where they want to play for the rest of this game, as they are close, but they're not in their final positions here. And you can see how rough Ferox is having it right now. They're completely surrounded. Meanwhile, Ace on Titan's going to find PMA over the top, but not going to get the down. Aurelia sends quite a few shots over there, but not finding any luck on the down and flush. And he's just going to go ahead and get out of here. He's got no support.
We really haven't been talking about the Titans much today. It's been a struggle for them. They're trying to get something going. Let's see if they can do that against PMA. Meanwhile, the battle rages around Chumacera. You have a couple squads that are just trying to push in here. Originally, it was just the Aussies. Now we've got some other contenders coming in and completely flat-footed. No idea is Gabru's Veds. Just down and dusted.
Unfortunate there for Veds. Tried to play it from the low side. Thought he could maybe come up and get the better of Nick 101, but Nick 101 playing that aggressive, playing that proactive, and coming up and getting the better there. As now, look at this. Victim FTF. They're going to lose one. They're going to trade back, as one of the members of Game Home on the other side of the street It looks like Easy Love's the first one to go down. I have no idea because they have the longest freaking name in the world. Empty. Empty is going to be the one trying to trade back and forth here. Stay alive a little bit. He gets down to about 54 health, but he is getting surrounded. An entry fragger is going to be going down. Teddy trying to provide some support from range, but look, he gets taken to about half health as well. Game Home providing some decent support here for their teams. Teddy going to have to dodge this frag grenade as it comes out. Looks like Empty going to flush out the 2 downs, and Game Home should be able to get this res here as Teddy's just going to have to back off.
Well, Empty doing a fantastic job. Oh my goodness. Dion is going to find Teddy. This is just falling apart for VTF. This is a great job by Game Home Esports. Really a nice setup for them, and they do a great job pushing from it. Empty, you got to give him a ton of credit. 2 knocks, 2 kills. That is what you need from him.
2 knocks, 2 kills, and saving his team essentially here, making sure that they can remain 4 strong as we go over and check on Fury. Still back here in Chumacera. Take a look at Flood making his way through. Fury still split, quite spread out here as they're 3 strong. You can see Luke trying to maintain position over this cliffside. That's the strong point of Chumacera. If you can hold it, because that's where you can gain a lot of vision, gain a lot of information from. Meanwhile, Cerberus looks like they've regrouped and they're turning their attention towards Gabru.
Yeah, there's nothing really doing right now for Cerberus. Gabru is going to go for that revive here, so there's only a couple left for them. Right now, Cerberus has to be pretty cautious because if they try to traverse the terrain in front of them and somebody gets some decent shots at them, they're just going to get knocked out in the open. That's obviously not ideal. They're kind of splitting around this, seeing if they can maybe find some way to either get by it or try to, encapsulate Gabru and take them down in that respect. This is all happening to the north of Chumacera, which is not an ideal place to be. It is a really exposed backside you have here.
Gabru getting a little lucky there. Death Row gets rezzed, and they looks like they're going to be able to get out of there from under those watchful eyes of Cerberus. Meanwhile, 4 Horsemen, they've been having mixed results on the day, but they're still 4 up, trying to gain some information. Svit eyeing that church, seeing if he can spot anything out. We'll take a look at the map. We see where the next circle's going. Once again, you are denied, my friend.
Come on.
Never lucky. Never lucky for you as we are going back towards the north, as I'm sure we pretty much all kind of knew. As Gabru looks like they're going to lose 1 now, as Bot Roy is going to get spotted out and flushed out by 6 sacks.
Yeah, we got to talk about Buriram making a very late rotation around the eastern edge there. So that's a little surprising from them. Usually they're kind of on top of things and just looking to fight and get kills, but this time they're opting to play a little more safe, a little more passive for them. There's a few other teams on the eastern side trying to get in. Because this one hard shifted west, a lot of the teams on the east are going to have there's actually plenty of room to work still actually in this circle. These teams tend to be pretty aggressive, so we'll see if anybody just tries to bust on in a compound somewhere or get into Chumacera and just try to set up shop.
And to be honest, coming in late and playing this a little bit slower might play out in Buriram's favor, because we've seen how aggressive these lobbies are, how many we lose in the mid game, and how many teams get knocked down to 2 or 3 players, even 1 player from time to time, just because of how many firefights go on. So Buriram eating a little bit of blue damage, coming in late as a 4-strong team, might work out in their favor. We'll have to see. As we check in on Gex Ace, you can see they're surrounded by Game Home and Cerberus, playing king of the mountain right now, essentially.
Yeah, this is potentially bad news. Game Home, Subin takes a bit of damage. Finally, he's able to prone down. Gex Ace doesn't want to allow anybody to come up on their backside. Too bad, so sad. Life goes down for them. So Gex Ace, the struggles here today continue. They're not able to fend off some of these attacks. Subin, once again, taking a bunch of damage, but is able to get down before he is knocked.
Yeah, Game Home doing a really good job in these fights of staying peaking just enough to do the damage, get it done, but not enough to get roasted. As oh no, Gex Ace Looks like they tried to make a run for it. Cerberus was not having that, as that fight is going to be ended. Now they have to turn their attention towards Game Home. But again, all of this, I think, going on, it's just on the north side of the circle. What happened there? Oh, dear.
Oh, empty. Oh, no.
Game Home.
It was going so well for them.
We're trying here, Game Home. You got to give us something. You've given us 5 kills, but you can't give us running over your own teammates here when you're in the middle of a 4v4 fight. Looks like they get the res, but no, Empty's going to pay for it here. And now another one's going to go down. And Game Home is suddenly immediately wiped out in no time. I mean, Cerberus. Who are these guys?
They're popping off today. That's who they are. This is an impressive performance right now from this Vietnamese team. Just absolutely wiping the floor with Game Home. Game Home in a bad position. I mean, the funny part about that is Game Home had 5 kills. Ooh, Jayer's almost getting it done here. That's a pretty good little spray from him as he moves upstairs.
Absolutely. He knew exactly where he was. Oh, Job going to go down to the Molotov. You hate to see it. Getting flushed out by a Molotov is one thing. Going down to a Molotov, another thing completely. Is Fury closing the grips here onto QC4 Horsemen. But we've seen weird stuff happen in these long houses. Svit going to try to make his way around. Looks like Nico's is going to find out one of the Fury. Actually, Fury in some trouble here as Ferox has come up over the top. They've been real close to each other for a while now, and I think it might just be down to Luke 12 here as he's going to do some work. He's going to find Svit in the distance while Nikos does a little looting. He's going to find content too.
Oh, but he gets taken down by Jair. So Fury is eliminated 14. So the great start to the day for Fury on Erangel cannot continue onto the other 2 maps. Ferox having kind of a better second half here for the Aussies, as this circle went way to the south, by the way. All of Vietnam are basically still in this. This is a bizarre circle.
Yeah, as you said, Fury having 2 fantastic games on Erangel to start off the day and calming down a little bit as the day went on. But they will they'll be playing tomorrow. They've got one more day to play. They also managed to collect quite a few points in those first 2 games and throughout the 5 total today. So they should be in a pretty good spot going into tomorrow as we check in on Tanoy, looking up over the top for Golden Cat. This all going on the north side. But look, already 14 minutes in, phase 3, we're only down to 41.
Well, these guys are aggressive in this lobby. There's no doubt about that. Everybody wants to take the fights. And as soon as they get a knock, these teams will just kind of push on each other, as a lot of Damar now get occupied because a lot of teams are getting forced over on the west-hand side. Nowhere else for them to go. 24K in a decent position, along with PMA. PMA very good, as we've seen, at close quarters fighting, especially city fighting. So see if they can continue that success in a location that isn't Picado. 24K, again, I feel like they have the best. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah, he gets absolutely picked apart there by Magsonis coming up over the top. Now Blotman is all by himself. He's trying to work around the sides, and Golden Cat, they're just going to put the clamps down on Gex, and that's them going out in 13th place. Not the best day for Gex. The sister team, Gex Ace, doing okay. Still had their resting on their laurels a little bit from yesterday. But now we'll cut back over to 24K. They need to make something happen. This is their last chance to collect points before having to sit and watch this thing play out tomorrow.
Yeah, and this is a tough situation for them going up against PMA. Already, the knock happened, another knock's going to happen. That one might be a flush. Indeed, it is. No problemo there for PMA. Ezo is out, so it's only 3 left for 24K. They did get the res on their other member. However, again, they have a great spot in this circle compared to everybody else who's in Valle del Mar, but PMA just looks like they're just better at team fighting in cities.
Cerberus pinned to the blue here by Ferox. Ferox with a nice little spread. You can see Nikos right on the edge trying to hold that flank. Meanwhile, Nick 101 and one other player head kick over the top, providing some support. But Tycon going to spot out Nikos, and Cerberus managing to stay alive for a little bit longer. How did Victim FTF lose a man to drowning? I'm very confused. But that did happen, as we see. I'm trying to figure out how Cerberus is going to push in here. Ferox is pulling back and giving an opportunity to push up here.
I think Victim FDF tried to come around the west side of Idlemar. There was already a team there, and I think they got forced into the water, and it just kind of fell apart from there.
Well, hate to see it. And all the other things you hate to see, Nick 101's going to go down. Nikos is slowly bleeding out to blue. Subang going to help him on his way a little bit. Now it's just down to head kick. He's going to find one. Can he get the flush before he gets flushed out? No, he cannot. Subang going to come in clutch with the save, and Cerberus continues their dominating run here. They have the entire northern part of this map to work with. They have nobody near them.
Yeah, Cerberus is going to be real happy as they move along further and further into this one. So many teams getting forced into the south side because that's where a lot of the available compounds were, and that's where the safety is for the time. So Cerberus winning handily a 4v4 against Ferox as the battle rages. Oh boy, MSC is absolutely shredding Sadie's right now.
Sadie's made it real tough for them. You can see the blue pushing right at their backs. KJ still alive for Sadie's. He's down to about 36 HP. And you've also got 24K on the very far eastern edge of Valdemar, very far western edge of this circle, trying to prevent them from coming in. But now they're getting pushed on here by PMA as they come alive. But PMA already down to 2.
What is Bio shooting at there? He's kind of a little bit trigger happy on top of that. There's nobody in there just yet for him to shoot at. He's probably getting information from his teammate based on footsteps that they think they hear. Now they got to try to bop this person out on top of them. They have to clear this out. There's just no choice. If they don't and they get sandwiched with the other 2 members of PMA, they're just going to get absolutely dismantled. So they got to get up here and do this like right now. Here we go.
Ooh, Sadie's getting flushed out as well. And look at this. They're coming in. He's going to hold the angle. He's going to get 1-9. Holy doing some work, but Hamillion not going to have that go any farther. As it looks like P24K should get the res now. 24K up to 2 kills. And they are still gatekeeping on this outside, but they have MSC pushing into them. Only 2 left from MSC, but we know how dangerous that team can be. As we check in on Buriram, they have a 1-1-1-1 split across the entire southeastern part of this map. And 24K, they're going to spot out MSC. Nice. 2 more kills in their pocket, 4 kills total, as they now have to turn their attention towards making their way inside this new circle.
Yeah, this is going to prove to be pretty tricky for them for sure. Yeah. GC, 2 members of PMA up in front of them. Not going to be the easiest thing ever. 4 members in the middle here. Buriram actually has 4 as well. I want to point that out. They were tanking a bunch of blue, and they're able to come through playing a positional game. Usually we see them be kind of aggressive and just try to fight teams. Ace on Titans does have the middle, but this is a little bit different style we're seeing here from Buriram.
Yeah, something we've become, we've kind of gotten unaccustomed to seeing in this lobby. We've got about, 4 teams of 4 still alive here in the late game as this Circle 5 starts to collapse in on itself. PMA, they know where 24K is going to be coming from. Jervis has some hard cover to work around, and they're also getting a little bit of support over the top from Golden Cats. Jervis just waiting, biding his time. He's getting fed a little bit of information from P-Tester off in the distance, but Tonk K going to find Jervis as he's tracking 24K along the ridge line. Unfortunate for him, and P-Tester now going to see if he can maybe pick up something as they cross the street. Not going to find anything. Bio coming in clutch.
Good shooting from Bio. Good backup there, but he pays for it. Of course, GC still has an angle down on top of them. Hamillion is going to get up. Asura looks like he wants to go for the revive. Never mind, Bio's done. Asura is going to get knocked because of that. So now it is just Hamillion left for 24K. 24K, Hamillion, you just got to leave. You just got to go, buddy. There is nothing left for you there.
Yep, just keep hope alive for that 24K squad. They've made it to the top 7. Let's see if they can make it a little bit farther. Now, CES coming up over the top. QC going to get the opening down on the Tycon. Asun Titan, they're coming up in. But look, Svit and Jayers still alive for QC4 Horsemen. The duo doing a little bit of damage, third partying onto this fight. Subang is going to throw down the smokes. 9 kills for Cerberus once again, showing that they are a team to be feared in this lobby, as they are in first place overall. They're going to pull off of this fight with Asun Titan, maybe see if they can work a little bit different angle from a different terrain spot here.
Yeah, Asun Titan just completely abandoned the compound they had in the middle of the circle to go fight these battles, which is, I guess they need the points. I'll put it that way. They
do.
They need the points. So I get it in that perspective. The problem is you're abandoning a compound in the middle of the circle, and you'd still be in the. And they're going right back to it. They were looking for those extra points. They didn't really pan out for them. So fortunately for them, no one was able to capitalize on this and steal that comp from them. But yeah, okay, it was fine. I get it. They need the points.
Speaking of teams who would like to have some more points, Buriram still 4 up. They've got 2K already, sending some shots over the way towards Golden Cats. 24K. They're going to find another one. 6 sacks. Going to get picked off by the solo of Hamillion, but he's not going to go much further as Tinoy is going to spot him out. But Golden Cat now going to have to play this one out with 3. They've already got 7 in their pocket, so they're feeling okay as they've made it into the top 6, and they have pretty much the entire west and north of this circle to work with. Meanwhile, Asun still playing the edges here, seeing if they can spot out the Cerberus boys.
Yeah, you can see Aurelia trying to look over, trying to catch members of Cerberus, over peaking a little bit. You're just not able to get that 3x spray down. Close, but no cigar. As Asun Titan, they got to hold this push. They really, really need these points. And Downey and Kane trying to provide support on the back end. This is going to force Cerberus off a little bit. They're trying to come from a different angle. And there is just Jayers left from the 4 horsemen. So I don't know. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah. We'll see Cerberus working their way across that ridge line. Asun, I think, has lost all vision of him. They have no idea where he's at anymore. And Gabru actually still had Death Roll still alive. Almost wins the 1v1 with Tonke, but not to be, as Golden Cats pick up another kill. Meanwhile, Cerberus, as you can see, back on that ridgeline. They're going to spot out Jayers, and that's going to be it for 4 horsemen. Very, very close there with Subang. Gets him down to about half health. And now Edie is actually going to spot him out, and Edie's going to get Subang. Bad guy going to spot out somebody. He's going to trade it back. Nope, he's not. Edie and Canaxi going to combine to finish that off. Cerberus is done in 4th. I'm
watching the Asun Titans on the top try to come down on top of this, but it's too little too late. Now they are going to get some information that allows. Edie's in trouble. This is a huge split here for Buriram United. Getting back to him, probably going to be just about impossible. At this point, you just got to leave Edie alone. He's done. He's dusted.
Looks like Narendra not giving up the ghost on Edie just yet. He is inside circle, so they can go and get this. True. And Narendra had the motorcycle, so looks like they're not giving up on him. Asun going to send some shots over that way, but it's not going to be enough to scare him off the res. As you see, the new circle has popped. Buriram has pretty much the entire south side and the center of it, as Canaxi has a nice little anchor position to work with here. Golden Cats have to make their way in. Asun needs to be careful because they are very, very tunneled on Buriram right now. But Golden Cats still very dangerous with 3.
Well, it's Downey is holding down the back end for Asun Titan. So, but you have to be super careful. Right? You're exactly right. They do get the revive onto Edie. Downey gets found out by Tong K. So he's trying to hold down the back as he crosses between building to building. He gets taken down. Now, this is getting really precarious here for Asun Titan. Canaxi's coming up on their side flank. I don't know if they know he's coming. There's the spray. He's going to get the knock onto Kane. Great positioning here from Canaxi.
Hell of a flank there by Canaxi. Very aggressive as he's going to come up over the top, see if he can flush out that kill, maybe spot the last one. He's going to get him, but no, Aurelia going to win the 1v1 with Canaxi. Not going to go for the flush just yet. He might be able to get the res on his teammate. That might be what he's thinking. Edie is going to try to come up over the top. Aurelia waiting, expecting it. He's going to get taken low. 36 HP left for Aurelia, but not enough to flush him out. Meanwhile, Narendra and Godmeow are preventing a push here from Golden Cats. Aurelia does get the first aid off, and it looks like Buriram's going for the res on Canaxi.
Yeah, this is crazy that Buriram is able to make these really wide splits work, and they're able to get back to their teammates that get knocked. Good work from them. Good reaction timing. Good idea from Canaxi with the flank. He almost won a 2v1 there. He got half of them down. GC is pinned along the side of this wall. So actually, Godmeow just needs to kind of get in a better position. He can't really do a whole lot down there other than hold the circle, which is fine. But at this point, Buriram should know where this entire circle is, where all the other players are.
I think the point of Godmeow is he's playing that low end, so he can see if any of the Golden Cats members try to go low, he can spot them out. So basically, he's just kind of serving to funnel all the Golden Cats into Edie and Naradra. Meanwhile, Canaxi's just making sure that nobody from A-Sun comes up over their top side. But look at that, Aurelia going to come up over the top, and he's going to find him as now Naradra, he's got his hands full holding Golden Cats at bay. Aurelia going to come up over the top again, but not going to land the spray onto Godmeow. Should be able to flush out Canaxi here, but Canaxi is going to feed that information over and let his team know that they've got a guy on their level, and Edie is fully aware. As Naradra, he's going to come up over the top. Look at the Molotov from Godmeow. Perfectly placed.
This is really smart movement at the end here for Buriram. Finally, they bring Godmeow up, completely put the clamps on top of GC. Golden Cats are out in third place. It is up to A-Sun Titan to try to do this, but it is a 3v2. They've ceded the high ground, and Nordra is going to get Aurelia. That was close. A good try by Aurelia, a valiant effort. Now it's just on Kane, and this is no easy task for him.
Ooh, and Edie spotted him out. They know exactly where he is. Gets him down to half health. He's going to go prone, come up over the top. That's just easy for Edie. Coming up, and that's Buriram getting the 9-kill win here in game number 5.